Hello everyone! Our journey is beginning, so today we want to present the Kharkiv Fine Arts Museum. This mansion was designed by Beketov in 1913. The facade of the building is a marvelous example of a combination of Renaissance and modern. The collection of the museum is considered to be one of the wealthiest in Ukraine. At the start, gallery greets us with antique Ukrainian icons that are over 100 years old. Next, we can see the work of Vladimir Borovikovsky, an artist whose works is marked by portraits. On the screen, you can see the most famous, a portrait of Paul I. Next, we would like to draw your attention to the work of Vasily Rebin, a famous 19th century artist. He has created a poetic image of a young Ukrainian woman, which opens a collection of images of Ukrainian women and men. And we couldn't miss the painter Semiratsky, who preferred ancient, historical, and biblical motifs in his works. On the screen, you can see the painting The Sovereign Pirates Selling Their Loot, which was awarded the gold medal at the World Exhibition in Melbourne in 1880. And the painting In the Undertaker's Shop from 1866. And what an art exhibition can do without the masterpieces of the great sea lover Aiwazovsky. Let's take a closer look to a few of his works. Aiwazovsky's sincere love of the sea and dedication to painting have been a key to his success. Aiwazovsky's works evoked mixed reviews and sometimes harsh criticism, but no one disputed his talent. A great art expert and composer Asafyev wrote, "It is a matter of a taste to accept or not to accept painting style of Aiwazovsky, but the main thing cannot be denied. You can feel the air of the sea, you can see the powerful movement of waves, whose breath from a young age was deeply penetrated in the artist's heart." In the next section, we will look at engraving. It is a relatively young form of visual art. It appeared in Europe much later than painting and sculpture. Engraving is a form of graphic art that produces inputs from printed forms. These plates are made of metal, wood, plastic, and other materials. We will look in details at the work of Evgraf Temesov, one of the Russia's greatest engravers, who in 1762 was awarded the title of Academician for his engraved portrait of the Empress Elizabeth, which you can see on the screen. We would also like to show you the work of Jordan, professor of engraving, and head of the Imperial Academy of Fine Arts. In September 1827, Jordan was awarded the first gold medal for his engraving of the painting The Dying Abel, and received a gold watch from Emperor Nicholas Pavlovich. So, if you want a gold watch, you know what to do: engraving, although finding the emperor might be a bit tricky. Also, it's worth noting that everyday life of local was also a big part of the inspiration for the artist. The example you can see on the screen. One of the most important figures in Ukrainian art is Vasilikovsky. He traveled a lot in Ukraine, painted steppe landscapes, historical scenes from the life of Cossacks. He left behind almost 3,000 works, half of which he willed to a museum of his native Kharkiv. And here's what is said about the author of these paintings. He was a true Ukrainian, will not be forgotten by country for his truthful and lovely Lake Ukraine paintings. Our secret artist is Nikolai Pimonenko, outstanding Ukrainian painter. In his works, he portrayed the life of the Ukrainian countryside and the beauty of native nature. It is sad to know that he died in the full bloom of his career from a serious illness. On the screen you can see the paintings that represent the everyday life of Ukrainian people. And there is another works we couldn't pass by, the woody hero artist, the king of the forest. This is what contemporaries called Ivan Shishken. His forest landscape painting is the most brilliant reproduction of wonders of nature, and his masterpieces will live on for centuries. Even before he died, he couldn't take his eyes off his paintings. Shishkin died right behind his canvas. The next step is to take a closer look at the work of Ilya Rebin, who is one of the most brilliant representatives of Russian painting of 19th and 20th century. I want to show you more details on the painting Zaporizhzhia writing a letter to the Turkish Sultan. Cossacks write a response to the Turkish Sultan's offer to defect to the Ottoman Empire. Text of this reply, full of the most sophisticated insults against the empire, has been preserved. Next, we can see another painting by Rebin. Nikolai Vorovikovsky saves 3 innocent convicts from death. Sad to say, but our journey is over. At the end, let's admire the paintings of Ilya Rebin's students. See you soon!